Do I have a plan?
Good day off, I think.
Chicken here, hot dogs there, baked beans here. So I'm a bit unsure of what to have. Hey guys, welcome back to the wilder side. Today is the start of a brand new challenge, living on £1 a day for a week. You guys seem to love the £1 challenge. It's what's really moved along this channel for me and where a lot of you guys have come from, and I cannot thank you enough for that. So this one is for you. I am challenging myself to live on just £1 a day for the entire week. So that's £7 altogether. I'm not just going out every day saying, right, I've got £1, what can I eat today? No. We're gonna make it a little bit more interesting for me. So I've just got £7 to buy shopping for the entire week. Generally speaking, that's breakfast, lunch and dinner for 7 days. The normal rules that I give myself will apply, and those are as follows. Number 1, oil, salt and pepper, all allowed. Need to be able to cook something and give it a bit of flavour. I'm not just eating bland food. Number 2, if I find any vouchers for the day, or if I have any vouchers for anything, of course I can use them. And number 3, foraging and homegrown is allowed. So I know there's a load of blackberries near my house. I don't know if someone's picked all of them already, but they could come in handy, even if it's just like a little snack, a little snacky snack, you know, they could come in handy. And I've actually got quite a few tomatoes that I've been growing in my garden, and I'm possibly gonna go and pick some. Depends how they are. Not sure if any are ripe enough. It is October after all, which is a strange time to be picking tomatoes, but you know, here we are. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go shopping right now, literally right now. Here we are at Tesco. I've got my £1, although I am gonna be using 7 of them. And yeah, I think this is the first time in this challenge that we get to use a trolley.
So with my trolley, I went into Tesco and grabbed my scanner. Fruit and veg first, so naturally I went straight for the bananas, and also managed to grab myself this really cheap bag of carrots. I also thought I'd get some parsnips to mix it up a little bit, so gave them away, and they were pretty cheap. Also, wanted a couple of onions for some flavour in my dishes, and as you can see, I got this entire bag of veg, and it wasn't even £1.50, so I thought that was a bit of a win. Finally, some protein. Yes, we got chicken legs, people. And this bread was super cheap. As for these beans, although not being Heinz concerned me, but overall I got my basket to £6.97, so I even had 3p left to spare.
Well, that went way better than expected. I think I've got quite the haul, and I hope that it's enough to sustain me for 7 days. I guess we're gonna see. Maybe I'll slowly deteriorate throughout the week. Who knows? What is cool though, I got a free cheese. I mean, it's plant-based cheese, but I've got a free cheese. That's really cool. I had a little voucher that was expiring in 1 day, could you believe? So they, and just to, you know, like to just show you all. But yeah, we got it for free. We got it for free. Now let's get home, let's unpack all of this, and I guess let's have my first lunch. So here is my week in food. You know what? Doesn't look too bad actually. It looks like things could last us a fair while. I'm hoping I don't live to regret my words. We have cleared space up here above the mugs for me to be able to store things. Do I have a plan? Not really. I'm just gonna wing it. But I realise that I can't use the entire passata in one dish. I'll probably split this onion into 4. Carrots, not gonna use all of. Potatoes, one of those could be a dinner and the other could be like half of it, use it for chips or mash or some part of a dinner. I don't know, I haven't fully worked it out. It's just, this is what I could get for £6.97. This bread for 45p, and we have 22 slices of bread in here. I'm probably gonna use this as freezer ends, otherwise it's not gonna last the entire week and I'm gonna get mold on it. Even things like baked beans, not gonna use all of in one, maybe split it into 2. But this can of beans was like less than 30p, which kind of scares me, but you never know. You never know with these things. Some of them are actually pretty decent, so not gonna complain too much. Peas, I have a plan for peas. Now this, I had to put away my second onion and my second banana in order to afford these. And in fact, my entire bag of carrots, I've turned into 4 giant carrots instead. Heat sausages in a saucepan. At least I can have a good amount of chicken, maybe 4 times. I think there's 4 chickens in here. So chicken for dinner, 4 nights. Let's see what different things we can do with the chicken. That'll be pretty fun. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with myself. I think we've got some decent things. We can make soups, we can make pastas, we can make cheese on toast, we can make baked potatoes, we can make chicken and veg. We've got it all. We're gonna do some stuff. That being said, let's have some cheese on toast. This one wants in on the fun. Now's a good chance to see if this bread is actually decent or not. I mean, it feels all right. It does feel a little dry, drier than you would normally probably like it. Get down, Riley. I'm sure it's fine once it's all toasted up, right? I feel like I've got to be really careful with all of the different portionings that I do. Like, I'm trying to put some cheese on 2 slices of bread now, sure. But this has also got to last me. We're going to do the thinnest slices you can imagine. Should we try a bit of this cheese, this free Via Life cheese? It will do, it's not bad. Got a nice cheddary taste actually. Got a nice cheddary taste. I feel like this is a strong start. Let's try it. I tell you what, the bread's not the best in the world, and you can tell. It's quite dry, quite crumbly, even as toast. The cheese melts up really well. I've only got a little smattering of it, but it's creamy, it's decadent. Brings a slice of toast to life. So I was thinking of having like chicken and some kind of veg tonight, maybe a bit of roast carrot and a bit of roast parsnip. Not much, mind, like half a carrot and half parsnip. But it got me thinking, maybe, just maybe I need to save the chicken for when I really need it. I think I'm really gonna need it as just a treat more than anything as we progress in the week and I start losing the kind of things that I have. This is good though. Will keep me going till dinner. So I'm gonna have a little think, see what we can do. I'll see you at dinner, see if we can work it out. Remember guys, you are watching the first of 7. If you want to be notified as to when the rest of the series come out, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment below. 7 episodes, 7 days, £7. Let's do this. You okay? Hello. I must say that toast filled me up quite a bit. All things considered, it was pretty good. Although cheese on toast might be a no-go for the rest of the time because I think I used too much of that block of cheese. I feel like there's going to be a lot of that. A lot of really trying to work out the portion sizes. It's going to be tricky. I think I will learn from this. I need to re-watch all of the old videos just to make sure and see the kind of things that I made. It's been quite a long time ago now. I reckon I can reprise some of those dishes. It's going to be a fun challenge. It's going to be a fun week. Like, I'm sure I'm going to be starving, but I'm weirdly looking forward to it all. Just going to finish this walk. It's a Monday, but taking the day off. And then I'm going to get home. Won't have a snack because there's nothing to snack on. Watch some Gen V and play Mario Wonder. Good day off, I think. Okay, so it's dinner. I'm really hungry. So I'm a bit unsure of what to have. I do have to make it all last for so long, and that is truly terrifying me and just making me think the worst, and I'm just gonna have no food in a few days. I think we're gonna have spaghetti. I'm gonna do half of this carrot with it, quarter of this onion, and I guess we're using a little bit of the passata. That's it, that's my dinner. I could go all out right now. I could go all out and make myself something pretty amazing. I say amazing, that's definitely not true. But make myself something pretty good. But I feel like when I'm struggling later in the week, I'm gonna really appreciate Monday Sam, who ate very conservative on the first couple of days or so. After that, who knows what'll happen? I'll be having chicken here, hot dogs there, baked beans here. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Look, it's gonna be easy. We've got to, I feel like we've really got to measure this all out, right? 125 grams of spaghetti, that gives me 4 portions of spaghetti altogether. And then, you know, I've got loads of carrots. I'm thinking maybe some soup at some point in the week. So for now, just gonna do half this carrot. Literally, that's my dinner. Onion, carrot, tomato pasta. Might grate a little bit of cheese over the top. Ooh, yeah. He's being a bit crazy. He's being a bit adventurous. He's having the cheese again. I'm gonna run out of cheese so quickly. So at least onion will give something when it comes to flavor. And then I've got this carrot. I'm gonna use the majority of it because I am hungry. Right, so I had a thought with this. I'm gonna do some slightly larger pieces of carrot, just because it gives me a bit of variety. And then there's a little piece left over for me because I quite frankly think I deserve it and I think I need it. I do love raw carrot. So apparently this is 125 grams of spaghetti, and it does feel like that could be a decent portion, but I guess we'll see when it's cooked up. I hope this is filling. I really do. It's day one and I'm already like, I mean, I could have chicken, but I'm committed now. So I just recorded this entire beautiful sequence of me putting this plate together, but of course I didn't have record pressed. A really decent sized portion of spaghetti with carrots cut 2 ways, bit of Violife cheese on top of it, made with tomato passata, onions, carrots, and some spaghetti. Well, here we have it. Look at this beauty. For a day one dinner, I think that's really, really good. Should we try a little bit of it? Let's try a little bit of it. Try a bit of the sauce. As far as bologneses go, this is a really decent one. Just try one of these carrots. I reckon the carrots will be a bit crunchier because they're a bit larger. So probably not cooked the entire way through. It adds a different texture. It's a nice crunch. I'm here for this, I quite like this. Now 28p spaghetti. Here's gonna beg the question. Why do we buy spaghetti if it's £1 when this spaghetti exists? Does it taste any better than normal? Does it taste any worse than normal? Let's see. You can tell the difference in the spaghetti. It's not as good as normal. You can tell it's a bit cheaper. But I mean, it's still good, it's still edible. In the grand scheme of things, you're not gonna notice the difference all that much. So, you know, cost of living, all of that. Get your spaghetti for 28p, why not? I think I might continue to do so. You know, I feel like it's in between meal times that I'm going to struggle with. I don't have all that much in terms of snacking, if anything at all. Obviously vouchers are allowed. It was my birthday the other day and I know I do have a Greg's free sweet treat, so I can get like a donut. Or maybe make the donut last like a few days. I don't know, haven't worked that out. I'm sure there are a few other vouchers and stuff going on. Might need those to bulk it up. I need to go and check those blackberries I mentioned earlier. I might do that tomorrow morning, see if I can get a few. That would be quite good. Have a little munch, have a little blackberry party, you know? Just, if I get peckish, pick a few blackberries, have them, it'll be good. A few things on my mind, maybe like a little toasty pizza with some toast, some passata and, you know, a bit of the Violife cheese on. That could be pretty good. We could do cut up hot dogs through pasta. I don't have any hot dog buns, but you know, we can use the bread and make hot dogs for dinner one night with that. That could be pretty fun. Just got to think of a load of different uses for each different thing that we've got and you know, try and go from there. Clean plate club. It's got to say something, right? Like, I actually really enjoyed that dinner. Like, no word of a lie, I really enjoyed that dinner. I hope I can say that going forward. But guys, if you're here, you've made it to the end of part 1, to the end of day 1 with me. Cheers guys, hope you enjoy this, take it easy, and I will catch you tomorrow. Thanks so much, bye. I'm looking for your recipes. That's right, I want you to put a dish in the comments below that you make regularly. It could be a family favourite, your comfort food, or an indulgent treat. I just need the name of the dish. Comment Cook is starting in 2024. Good morning! It is day 2, and I'm really hungry, so let's get some breakfast, shall we? Also, a very good morning to this little one. Hey, Riley. Hello. How are you? Oh, sleepy eyes. So I was having a little think, little wobble just now. If this is really going to be feasible. Like, I'm going to need lunch as well. And I worry that if I use things like the carrots for lunch, then I'm not gonna have anything else left for like the rest of the week. I could make a carrot soup, but am I gonna be able to make enough that will last me 4, 5 lunches? I really don't know. I am panicking a little bit. And it's only day 2. Thank you. So one thing I will say about this challenge, I'm not giving up my coffee. If I were to buy coffee, that would have probably cost me £5 or £6, which is like the entire budget. And quite frankly, if you want me to make these videos, I'm gonna need this. So let's just say the £7 budget strictly relates to the food items I'll be eating. And we have this jam now. So, I mean, this jam was like 30p. I'm normally a tip tree guy. I don't expect great things, but I mean, it smells all right. Let's give it a go. I mean, it's definitely more of a jelly-like jam than I'm used to, but I guess only taste will tell. I mean, it's not the most offensive looking jam, but it's certainly not the best looking jam I've ever seen. All I can say is I better like it because this is probably my breakfast for the next few days. Tastes like those little plastic pots of jam that you get in hotels. You know, it's not the best jam, but it's still tasty, it's still doable, it's still spreadable. And like, I'm really umming and ahhing about lunch. Like, I could do a soup as I say, but will there be enough of it? I could make sure I make enough of it, but if I do that, it could end up being really watery compared to the amount of veg I've got. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma here, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I've got a horrendously busy day at work today. I really hope this is enough to keep me going. Here we are again. It's an everyday occurrence. Nothing like a midday walk to clear the head. And you know what? I've needed this. It's been pretty mental at work today. I've been literally non-stop for the last 3.5 hours. So having this little walk with Riley, a little one, little walk for half an hour or so, wears her out too, doesn't it, chick? And then we can get home and put lunch on. I have been umming and ahhing, and like I've mentioned multiple times already in the last day, half a day, I'm gonna make soup for lunch. I think soup's gonna be a really good shout. I think I'm gonna go for it. Just gonna make a heck ton of soup. I don't think there's anything else for it, really. I am absolutely starving now, so I think we need to get our soup on. And for that, we are going to use the remaining half of the carrot from yesterday, probably one giant other carrot. Between my parsnips, they're the same size, so just use this parsnip. Then I've also got a quarter of an onion as well, so this is literally what we're making soup out of. I feel it's going to be very watery, right? I don't know. Might go get some spring onions from the garden, and that'll help bulk it out a little bit. Maybe some rosemary as well, maybe a bit of thyme, literally anything just to give it a little bit more flavour for me. Let's go see what we've got in the garden. So here is my garden, and yes, it's looking a little bit bare, and quite frankly very dead. So this is quite embarrassing to show you all. But we do have a couple of tomatoes. Oh, that one fell right off. So we've got 4 tomatoes for the week. That's not bad. These are my spring onions, which they're not the best. They're very thin, but I think we can use them, right? Here's my little bowl from my garden. Now, I'm not going to use the tomatoes now, and I know the spring onions aren't great. I've been having trouble making them bigger, but a nice bit of rosemary and thyme here for the soup. And the onions, I'll just whack them all in. That gives it a bit of extra flavour, right? Is this a familiar scene? It feels like a familiar scene. Think all the way back to Tesco, where I did the same, but actually, this one looks a heck of a lot nicer. What I'm gonna do, pop this in the oven for 40 minutes. Now, as I mentioned a while ago, in the last time, if you're ever making a quick soup, or any kind of soup, or gravy for that matter, make yourself a vegetable stock. That's the ends of your carrots, use the ends of your parsnips, use the carrot shavings, the parsnip shavings, any like offcuts of any vegetables that you're using, whack in a little pan, put a bit of water in it, put a bit of onion in it as well, and then just boil it for like 40 minutes to an hour. It will reduce slightly, but it will give you an amazing vegetable stock, which you can use as a base for a gravy, or in this case, we're using it as the base for our soup. In the oven for 40 minutes, then I'm gonna whiz it all up in the blender up there, and hope for the best. I'm gonna use a bit more water and stock than I normally would, mainly because I need to make this last like 4 times, 3. If I get 3 or 4 lunches out of it, I'll be happy, but I don't quite know what's gonna happen.
So once the stock was done, I did my little draining of it and put it all into the blender with all of the veg and just whizzed it up. Once that was done, it was nice, smooth and creamy, seasoned it up a little bit, and then just gave it a nice good stir before portioning it out. And I actually thought 2 ladles per portion was enough, and so I counted all together, and I think I got about 3 portions out of this, which is not bad going.
This is an impeccable bowl of soup. It's creamy, and yet it's just that bit of veg and water, with the spring onions from the garden, the onion, that 1.5 carrots and 1 parsnip, really did the trick. So yeah, honestly, this is a win. I mean, I am wolfing this down because I am bloody hungry, I won't lie. Just a couple of slices of toast, it's not a lot of food, and soup, let's be honest, is it gonna fill me up? Probably not. Bread with it would have helped. But I've got to go to the post office for work now, and I just saw that on my Greggs app, they gave me a free sweet treat for my birthday, which was a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna claim that. I feel like whatever I do get, I might cut up into smaller pieces so I can have it as like a little sweet snack throughout the course of the week, but I'm gonna try and get like the biggest thing they have for free. Let's go Greggs.
I've just made it home. I was going to film inside the Greggs, but I'm not going to lie, my Greggs isn't in the like nicest and safest of areas, the one near me anyway. So just through fear of, you know, I don't know, just didn't film it. But doesn't matter. I got my Greggs, and I got for my free sweet treat a sticky toffee muffin. I was hoping they'd have like a full Danish or a Chelsea bun or something, because I feel like that would be easy to split. But my plan with this, I'm going to quarter it so I can have it when I need that little fix, that little sweet boost at any point during this week. Let's cut it up inside and let's have it now.
This little thing was an absolute win. It had a nice little gooey centre, and yeah, it just really hit the spot.
It's dinner time, day 2, dinner time. I'm looking forward to this one because I get chicken. And actually, they're pretty decent sizes, pretty decent portions, and I think I've got 4 of them. So I'm going to do the easy thing. I'm just going to literally pop this in the air fryer, a bit of oil, a bit of salt and pepper, and Bob's your uncle. Once it's a little bit cooked as well, I think I'm going to cut up some potato, just a little bit, do a few chips with it, and then half a tin of baked beans. I am very happy to report, I thought there were 4 chicken legs in this pack, but I've got 1 in the air fryer now, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. I've got 4 chicken legs. It is literally raining chicken legs all over me right now. I have 1 for pretty much every day. Maybe that last day gonna be a baked potato or something, but this opens up a world of opportunities. I can do a chicken sandwich for lunch maybe. I could do a chicken pasta for dinner. I could just chicken all day chicken. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have loads of chicken. I am very, very happy about this. Like literally ecstatic, you have no idea. This is a good day. This is a good day. Day 2, best day. Best day. Best day already. I feel like without having the ring pull on it, that's probably why this was so cheap. I've been struggling for a few minutes and this is where I've got to. Yeah. Now the old teaspoon trick, and just hope that it doesn't go everywhere as I try and pry it open. That's about as good as I'm gonna get. Now guys, and I cannot stress this enough, one thing that I think not enough people do, but everyone should do, season your beans. Honestly, this is a really good looking plate of food. And it's a good portion as well. Like, I'm not gonna starve with this. These chips have come out really, really well. Honestly, I think these beans being, what, 30p, they're gonna be an interesting one. Again, similar to the jam, it kind of tastes like what you would get back at school. Where I said that was like a hotel, this kind of tastes like a school dinner baked bean. You can tell it's not Heinz. Heck, you can tell it's not even Branston. But they're not bad. And I know the chicken's gonna be good. Like, air fryer chicken is just fantastic in general. Getting such good use out of a third of a potato makes me do wonder if I do a jacket potato. Like, I don't like jacket potatoes. I honestly do not like jacket potatoes. So I feel like I would just be hindering myself by doing it. But I can make some mash, do chicken and mash with a parsnip. Oh, well that now sounds really nice, doesn't it? But I think I'm gonna think outside of the box, you know? See what more we can do. I think I can make some pretty inventive things with this if I really, really try. So watch this space. Guys, this has been day 2. I'm just gonna have to talk over the sound of the squeaky at this point. Guys, this has been day 2. I really, really hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You can be notified of when the next video is out. I'm excited. Are you?
It's a bit of a different day today. So I had to go into London for work. I took this soup with me, packing it in my Chillies bottle, hoping that I'd find a microwave so I could at least heat it up and have that for lunch, just to stay true to the challenge even though I'm going into town. And it was super early. This is about 5:30 in the morning, so I didn't really fancy recording properly. You're looking at a soul-destroyed man. I don't normally do this, I work from home.
Gosh, it's an early morning, but today, bit of a different day. Unfortunately, I'm not at home, as you can tell. It's a bit annoying because it's raining, but I am still committed and I am still very much doing this challenge. Had my jam on toast earlier and I did bring my soup with me. Didn't heat it up, mind. I don't know when I'll be home. Bit of an 8 o'clock. Guess we'll have a nice fun little London montage. And when I get home, it's National Pasta Day. So I think we need to do some pasta.
Off I went on my merry way to London, and I mean, what's nice is I do get to have a little bit of reading time, but on the tube all the way to Regent's Garden today. Here's a little place where I set up shop for the day, and there was a microwave, so I did manage to have my lunch, which was quite nice. Can you guess from this still what I do for work? But as soon as it came, it was time to go home, and when I got home, again, I was very tired, so I just made dinner. Here's a little montage of what I made, using chicken, tomato, spaghetti, and some of that cheese.
Man, oh man, has it been a long day. I had to go into London today for, just for work. Was there around literally all over London for the whole day. It was draining, not gonna lie. Left about 6:45, 6:50 in the morning. It is now 8:45. I only got home 15 minutes ago, but luckily Carolina cooked the chicken for me, so all I needed to do was the pasta. As I say, it's National Pasta Day today, so I thought I couldn't not do a pasta dish, and I do feel like I used a little bit too much spaghetti this time. What I've made is essentially sort of a carbonara, but not a carbonara. So normally when you make a traditional carbonara, you'd mix your olive oil with a load of parmesan and an egg, beat it all together, and as soon as you take the pasta off the hob and drain it, you mix it all in and stir it really quickly so it doesn't scramble. Then you mix all of your other fresh ingredients in, but obviously I don't have an egg, or do I have parmesan, but I do have this little bit of cheese, and I do have the use of oil. So I just put olive oil in it, bit of salt and pepper, and then chicken, 2 tomatoes from my garden, and the Vio Life cheese that we got for free. And you know what? It's not a bad dinner, not a bad dinner at all. We're 3 days down now, which means we are close to halfway. In fact, I think tomorrow is the halfway point. Tomorrow, I feel like is going to be the first arrival of the hot dogs, those tinned hot dogs. I don't know how I'm going to cook them. I will probably just put them in the air fryer. It does seem to say that you boil them, and it's making me wonder, do I boil them in the brine? That does not sound pleasant. Honestly, thus marks the end of what is a 3rd successful day. I had my soup in the middle of the day, I had my jam on toast for breakfast, and I've had this. And hunger levels, it's a struggle throughout the day, I won't lie, but you know, I'm doing good, I'm feeling all right. I just remembered that I've got my Greg's muffin from yesterday, but I think I'll save that for tomorrow. As I say, day 4 and 5, probably gonna be okay. It's day 6 and 7 we've got to look out for. If you're excited for when we get there, then that is literally going to be following in a few days from now. So do look out for that on the channel. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, all of that kind of thing. But guys, as always, huge thank you. I'm gonna finish this because I'm starving, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, bye. Here we go again. You'd think I'd be bored of this by now. And you'd be right. I'm normally a guy who has variety in my breakfast. I never have the same thing like 2 days in a row. Unfortunately, that's not the case for me this week. And here we are on day 3 with jam on toast. I'm quite bored of it by now, but here we are. I've got some good ideas for the rest of the day though. We're going to be mixing it up a little bit, so at least this is just the boring part.
So once the stock was done, I did my draining of it to the blender with all of the veg and just whizzed it up, smooth and creamy, seasoned it up a little bit, and then just gave it a nice good stir before portioning it out.
Well, I did say it was going to be a bready day. Well, so I will say, the more I have this cheese, the more I dislike it. Like really, it's not very nice, but it feeds the belly. So what can you do? Don't particularly want the bread toasted and just defrosted. Don't know if I've said yet, but have you guessed what I'm having? It is a chicken sandwich, because I'm not doing chicken for dinner today, which is very, very a bit of a risky move, but we do have something else that we do need to try. And I am both excited, apprehensive, terrified, any words you can think of, that is what I am for dinner. So I do really, really wish that I had something like mayo or something like lettuce that we could put on this. But I guessed an entire cut up chicken leg and a little bit of cheese. That's better than nothing, right? Honestly, it's not nice cheese. It's a brand new one from Violife. I normally like Violife's cheeses, but this one's not good. Let's cut it in half and take a look at this cross section. Nice. Honestly, it does look like a decent sandwich for something that is literally just chicken and cheese. It's pretty yummy, and I think the most important thing is its variety for me. As I say, I'm constantly going to try and make something different, something new as we go along through this challenge. And for day 4, the halfway point, we have already made a lot of different things. Other than, you know, having the same soup yesterday that I had for lunch the day before. But generally, I think we're doing well. So here's my issue with this Violife cheese. It's their new Cheddarton one, which is why I think I got it for free. It's trying too hard to be cheddar, to the point where it tastes a little bit sandy, which is really odd. It's okay when it's melted, but not melted, not hugely sure on it. Yeah, this is crying out for a little bit of lettuce. I'm trying the hot dogs tonight, which is why I say it's going to be very bready. I don't know what I'm going to have with them. I'm worried that the beans are going to go off if I don't have enough of them soon. So considering that wasn't yesterday but the day before, probably going to have the rest of the beans. And I'm thinking if I can be, I've got an idea for the potato. Watch this space, because it could go horrendously wrong, and I imagine it is going to go horrendously wrong, but I have a fun idea to make a makeshift bun. That really hit the spot. In fact, that might actually be my favourite lunch yet. I am still feeling a little bit peckish. And now you remember, a couple of days ago, when I mentioned that there's some blackberries nearby that I know about, which I'm hoping I can still harvest from. I need to go and check those blackberries I mentioned earlier. I might do that tomorrow morning, see if I can get a few. That would be quite good. Have a little munch, have a little blackberry party, you know? Yeah, that. Let's go see, let's go try. Let's go get some blackberries. Let's go foraging. I feel like I've missed the main harvest. These are all absolutely tiny. This is not how I expected this to go. Genuinely thought there would be lots of blackberries, and there are. There's loads of blackberries around. They are literally
just all tiny, or they've fallen off. That's the closest we've got so far, and they're not great. Well, I knew there'd be some kind of failures throughout this challenge, and it looks like I'm just going to have to go snackless. I guess it's another quarter of Greg's muffin when I get home. Carolina just reminded me that blackberries are called summer fruits. That's why you get them in like summer fruit squash and cordial and stuff like that, so that's my fault. It's the middle of October, nearly November, and I thought there'd still be plenty around. Oops! She loves this little forest walk. This is a lead walk though. Too residential near us. I'm assuming that these mushrooms would kill me. And I don't particularly want to die.
So I got home and had another quarter of my caramel muffin, and honestly, this is just so good, and finger looking good. It's finger looking good.
Are we playing here? Or are we telling off?
Well, it's been a bit of an interesting day, hasn't it? Like, it was a resounding failure for me to try and get those blackberries earlier. I don't quite know what I was thinking. They are summer fruits, as I said, and they were obviously just all shriveled up and gross and mangled, so, you know, not much I could really do there. That was the toaster going off because I am using one slice of bread to go with my dinner tonight. What I'm actually planning on doing is something a little bit different, I think. Obviously we're not using the chicken because we had the chicken at lunch, but I'm gonna try something out here and I don't know how it's gonna go. There you go, nice and simple, easy. We've got a load of breadcrumbs which we can use in whatever we want now. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I've got my potato here. I've got my potato, I've got some water on the boil, and I've got my potato. And I'm gonna peel the potato, I'm gonna make a little bit of mash, and then I do not know how this is gonna go, but I'm figuring I'm gonna combine my breadcrumbs with my mashed potato, right? And then almost kind of form a bun shape, like a hot dog bun shape. I figure doing that would be a little bit more interesting and a little bit more filling than just making chips again. I really want to start thinking a little bit outside of the box with this. I want to use my last few days and my last few meals to make things that you wouldn't necessarily think about making. Try and be inventive that, you know, you can use at a later date yourself, that you guys can improve upon and make something super nice, you know? We're gonna have some hot dogs. They look pretty small, right? They're gonna be pretty small. So I don't know, maybe 3. I've got how many days left after this? 3 days after this. Yeah, I reckon we can have 3 hot dogs. And again, I've got the world's worst tin opener, which is literally about 10 years old at this point. I think I got it when I went to uni, and have never considered or thought to buying another one. Oh, it does not smell appetizing at all. I will do a lot of things in this world, but I'm not boiling a hot dog. No, that can go in the air fryer for like, I don't know, 8 minutes or something like that. And that is the only way I'm cooking them. These are our hot dogs. This right here, honestly, smells weird. Ever seen a bunch of wieners in a Tupperware before? That feels like a very measly amount of mashed potato. Actually looks quite smooth, so we did good there. And then all I'm gonna do, or attempt to do, is gonna get my breadcrumbs here. And we're just gonna, it means we can toast this up a bit. I'm half wondering if I try it in the air fryer. There you go. It's a similar consistency with the breadcrumbs to if you were to put flour in it. Kind of like you're making gnocchi. One potential potato bun. One potato bun for a hot dog. Dude, this is awesome. I'm so happy. It does cut kind of like bread. And here we go to end the day, and I mean, it looks really good. The hot dogs I know don't taste amazing, but you can pick it up like a hot dog bun. But I'm not going to, because it's really hot. The fact that it looks like a hot dog, I know the dogs aren't that tasty themselves, so I am going to, because I don't have tomato sauce, just put all of these beans in here like this. Beautiful. This is my hot dog. Drippy, drippy. Can't taste bad, right? It just can't taste bad. It is crispy mashed potato, bit of meat and some beans. That masks the taste of those hot dogs, which are not good, by the way. They are really not very good hot dogs. Is this a full dinner? Technically, yes, but I feel like I'm gonna be a bit hungry later. I will resist all temptation to have the rest of my, my muffin. But you know what? Another really successful day. I think lunch filled me up enough, that being that nice chicken sandwich, that this is gonna work. This is gonna be good for me. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try and get a little bit inventive again. I have an idea for dinner. Breakfast, I'm not sure. Might go banana fritters, but it depends on the banana. Might also just be jam on toast again. I genuinely thought I would be starving throughout this challenge. I'm really not. While I wouldn't suggest to anyone to try this at home, to do this, try and live as frugally as this, we are getting some interesting meals, some decent meals out of it. It's more for myself than anything. Could have just had bread and a hot dog. Could have just had potato, beans and a hot dog. But doing it like this, it's a little bit more fun, you know? And actually, these potato buns, complete whim, but they've worked really well. So guys, we're now halfway through this series. We have 3 more days left. I am terrified for Saturday and Sunday because I do know how much food I've got left, and it's not a lot. I'll show you in the morning. If you do want to continue watching, do remember, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, you'll get notified when the next video comes out. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for some more jam on toast. Starting to run low on bread. It's lunchtime. I'm going to try and finish off this soup. I'm going to have a slice of bread with it this time because why not, quite frankly? Why not? We've got 9 slices of bread left and we've only got 2.5 days. It's a nice, boring, easy lunch, but my stomach, it be grumbling. Hope the soup's all right after 2 days in the fridge. It was all right the day after on the Wednesday when I had it. In fact, it's 3 days in the fridge now. I'm losing track of time. We're on day 5, would you believe? And I feel like what I've got left is pretty scarce. So, other than those 9 pieces of bread, we've got left 8 now because I'm using one. I have half a thing of passata, which I think I'm going to use tonight because I have a fun idea for tonight, which again mixes things up a little bit for me. I've got half an onion left in here. I have 2 tomatoes, which I'm going to use tonight. A fair bit of a block of cheese. 5 hot dogs left, and I'm going to use those hot dogs tonight as well as some chicken. Oh, chicken, I need to get chicken out of the freezer. So after this one, I've only got 1 chicken leg left, and these have been a saving grace this week, honestly. Without these, I think I might have wilted away and died. Then I have a tin of peas, a half pack of spaghetti, 2 carrots, of which I'm going to use maybe this little one and half tonight. Parsnip, which I'm going to use half of tonight, maybe. I have a tater. I have a banana, which is ready for the morning to do banana fritters. So I'm very excited about that. That was going to be saved as a weekend treat. And I still have my Greg's muffin, which is still nice. It's still moist. And I'm going to have half of it now while my soup heats up. I'm at a point now where I'm just constantly hungry throughout the day. Any little thing that I have doesn't quite sustain it. My breakfasts, my lunches, it is becoming a bit of a struggle now. I'd eat this entire thing if I could, and I could do that, but I don't want to. I feel that's a waste, a mistake. I'm trying to be as sensible as I can for 2.5 days left. It's good we've got pasta, it's good we've got bread, and then 1 more day of chicken. However, I think the lunches after this soup, they're going to be really hard. For 3-day-old soup, that still ain't half bad. And for once, I get to have a slice of bread with it, which I haven't done for the rest of this week so far. And I always find bread elevates soup. A nice crusty roll, or if you do a cream of tomato soup with a grilled cheese, that is phenomenal. I could have even done that now. Oh, I'm actually really disappointed that I didn't. But there you go, lunchtime tomorrow, grilled cheese in the panini press. What an idea. With a little bit of hot dog. Oh, we are saved, we are saved. This challenge has been an interesting one. It's enlightened me into what you can actually do with a budget of £1 a day for the week. So with your £7 that you have, it definitely wouldn't be sustainable for 2 people, that's for sure. So while I've been doing all of this, Caroline has been having whatever she wants and has been having. So like yesterday, she had a chicken katsu curry, which is a little bit mean of her, I think, quite frankly. Saying that, my makeshift potato bun hot dog, I think that was inspired, like absolutely inspired. Probably one of my favorite things, maybe not one of my favorite things taste-wise, but inventive-wise, probably one of the favorite things I've made. What it is hard to do is do variety. There are a couple of ways you could have done this, I think. I could have got rice, cooked up a few of the chicken breasts and quite a lot of the vegetables, and I could have just done a giant batch cook and cooked 4 meals at once and then had that for dinner for 4 nights. Like, that is one option that I could have done, but I find that a bit boring, don't you? I quite like the idea of trying to be inventive and having a different meal every day. I mean, yes, I made soup, so that is kind of like batch cooking, and I've had it 3 days now. All my other meals have been completely different. Some might be similarly inspired. The fact that I've made so many different meals for such a low budget in a few days, it both makes it more fun for me, and I hope more fun for you as a viewer. Where would the fun be in a video, you know, of me just sat here eating spaghetti bolognese every day, or rice and beans every day? That would be a bit boring, don't you think? Tonight, we're making shakshuka. Although I don't have eggs, so it's not really shakshuka. Instead, I have chicken, but I'm doing the same principle. Use all that passata, put the onions in, put some carrot in, put some parsnips in, slow cook all of that together, get my chicken, half cook it, and then poach it in the rest of the sauce. That's my plan. We are definitely at that stage now. The panic of running out of food is there. There's definitely things I could do, but I really need to be sensible for Sunday. Otherwise, I'm literally just gonna have some bread, a potato, and a carrot left. So let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do. And guys, I know I do this in every video, and I don't like doing it, but I'd love to ask you to subscribe. I am so close to 1,000 followers now. It would mean the world to me. Any support does, and I'll be doing loads more challenges like this in the future, so keep your eyes peeled, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. So I'm gonna kind of try and make shakshuka. I say shakshuka, it's clearly not gonna be shakshuka. I'm basically just doing a tomato base with onion, carrot and parsnip, and then putting some chicken in it. I am so tempted by my spice rack. So tempted. Do spices count as pantry essentials? I don't know if they do. I feel I probably should just stick to my salt and pepper, which is a bit rubbish, but you know, that's what this challenge is, right? Yeah, that's what I'm having. That's what I'm having. A tomatoey thing with chicken.
This is a nice and easy dish. All you really need to do is just chop up your veg, whack it all in this pan together, let it fry. Chicken, air fryer, roast function, 18 minutes. Love it.
Now you see, if I added some eggs in here, we'd pretty much have shakshuka.
And then plate up to look pretty.
I call it shakshuka. I don't really know what this is, but it's actually kind of tasty. It could really do with a bit of rice or even just some of the spaghetti, but I've got other plans for the spaghetti and I've already had that twice this week already. It's tasty. It's just a different way to have chicken and veg, right? It's a good blend of flavors with the carrot, the parsnip, the onion and the tomato. It would be amazing with a little bit of cumin, maybe some paprika, or just some other spices, but I did use some of the herbs from the garden again, just to give it a little bit of something, and yeah, it's a tasty dinner. It's not gonna be a hugely filling dinner, but it's a tasty dinner. I'm still really happy and really proud of how far we've come. It has been 5 days now, 5 different and unique dinners. Honestly, the more I eat this is really yummy. I just need a bit of rice. It doesn't look great. It does just look like a big bowl of slop placed in front of you, but at least it's got meat in it. Generally speaking, seems pretty healthy. This whole week has seemed pretty healthy, to be honest with you. Our portion sizes have been on point. I'm probably not overeating, Probably slightly below my usual calorie intake, or even my recommended, which is partially why I would not recommend you guys do this. It's a fun little challenge. I feel like I'm getting hungrier as I eat this. Oh god, a little bit of bone. Nice little bit of chicken cartilage there. Someone didn't cut the chicken properly. Lovely dinner. Greggs has been my saving grace. That little sweet kick to just help you through. Thank God it was my birthday recently, you know. Thank God it was my birthday, honestly. On that note, guys, I'm done with dinner. I'm Sam. This has been The Wilder Side. Living on £1 a day for a week. Day 5, done. Take it easy, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. British weather really upsets me, right? Like, literally, it's been raining all day. There was a break in the rain, so I was like, oh, let's go take Riley out for a walk. Immediately started just peeing it down with rain. And now we're back. Literally immediately, it stopped. Regardless, I worked up an appetite, so it's toasty time. I figure this time is a different way to have the bread. So I'm gonna make a hot dog and cheese toasty. I'm gonna use pretty much this entire rest of the block of cheese. Might as well make it nice and gooey and chewy and yummy. I'm pretty sure after this, I don't know if there's anything for lunch tomorrow. I think tomorrow is just a breakfast and dinner day. Unless I just do jam on toast twice. But yeah, I'm just gonna make this as cheesy and gooey as possible. Tiny bit left, so maybe I can have a smattering of cheese and toast for lunch tomorrow, I guess. Back to having these sausages again. I made up 3 here. Honestly, I think air frying these makes it so much better. I imagine if they were just boiled like it wants you to do in the brine. I don't know. I like the little crispness that it gives you. Into the panini press it goes. That is a mighty fine, gooey looking toasty. Let's eat. I'm quite lazy when it comes to toasties and I never cut them in half. I don't know why. But you know, this is one thing which, much like a lot of things this week, would have been better, or probably, I haven't tasted it yet. It probably will be better with some kind of condiment, some mayo, some ketchup. But let's tuck in, let's see. Oh, hot. I've said it a couple of times about this cheese, but this confirms it. It's really nice melted. But when it's not melted, when you're just having it by itself, or I didn't fully let it melt in some of the dishes we've used it on, it's not as nice. But this, melted, I'm here for it. And actually in a toasty like this, the hot dogs, they're really not that bad. Tonight we're gonna use the rest of our spaghetti, and I've got a nice plan for that. It's gonna be a similar thing to what I did a while back. Can't remember what episode it was in, but I had a tin of peas. I blitzed them all up, made a little pea puree, and ran that through possibly some pasta. So it might be a dish from one of the other things we had. Can't quite remember, but it's a nice way to do it. I normally do that with proper fresh peas to make like an orzo dish. And obviously I'd put a few bits more in the sauce. I've just got a tin of peas and I'll make the sauce out of that. It'll be fine, he says. Rest of me onion, that'll do. Couple of months, we have Christmas. I have an idea. You all love my budget challenges. I'm going to be trying to create an entire Christmas dinner for an entire family for under £5. Can it be done? I think it can, but watch this space. Subscribe, hit the bell. When it comes to it, be the judge for yourself. See if I can make it. Time for my penultimate dinner. It's exactly like I said it was gonna be. I am gonna do the rest of my pasta in a pea sort of sauce, I guess, with an onion. And then I do have my last quarter of a muffin, which I think is gonna be my dessert, but I imagine it's very dry right now. I mean, we bought it on Tuesday, right? So yeah, I've literally got my tiny bit of an onion left. And actually, I do also have 2 little hot dogs left. They've been open for a while now. So I'm really hoping that they're actually still edible. But I guess once they smell vile, but I'm hoping once we put them in the air fryer, do our usual 6, 7 minutes, cut them up into little pieces, run it through the pasta. It'll kind of be like a pea and ham soup, but we're doing a pea and ham spaghetti. And at least I guess we've then eaten all the hot dogs, right? At least we've done that. Hot dogs are in. Cut me onion up, boil me pasta, boil and cook down the peas as well, and yeah, I'll see you in a minute. The colour of these peas from these cans always concerns me. It means we're not gonna have like this really nice, vibrant green sauce. We're gonna have some weird green, brown, mushy looking gross stuff. If I remember last time, it actually tasted pretty nice. So I'm hoping it's the same. I think I did this last time in, I want to say Asda episode. I don't know, I'll have a look and I'm going to pop it in a card here so you can see how I originally did it and maybe compare. Maybe it's going to be better. Who knows, let's see. So I do like on this channel to kind of show you some things that I hope maybe you guys will someday take away and maybe do for yourself. This is a staple, but normally using frozen peas rather than tinned peas. It's essentially making a sort of pea puree but as a sauce. I have it with orzo pasta. Orzo, if you don't know, it's kind of like a pasta with a rice-like texture and shape. So very, very small bits. Very nice, have it a little bit al dente with a nice bit of a crunch. And I would normally run some frozen peas through the sauce as well. We've cooked our peas, we put them in there with a nice bit of salt. I'm gonna use olive oil. So always put a bit of oil in here. Olive oil has a little bit more flavour. We get to put through our onions in here. And then really, all you want is like a bit of water to go through. I would normally do things like garlic or a bit of garlic powder. There's a whole host of other things that I would put in here just to flavour it and season it and make it slightly more zhuzhy, bit of Worcester sauce, something a bit nicer. Obviously we don't get that luxury today. Bit more blending. And a little bit of pepper. I think we got a really, really good sauce here. Is this the most appetizing looking meal in the world? Absolutely not. But does it taste good? And that's the main question. Okay, I just got some pea all over me. I mean, eating spaghetti standing up wasn't the smartest move, is it? Okay, one thing I will say about the spaghetti is I noticed this in the pan as well, it sticks. It sticks together a lot. That's weird. A lot of normal pasta wouldn't do that. My pea sauce is decent. It really is. The little bit of cut up hot dog, it does it justice. It does help a little bit. It just gives that little bit of extra meaty boost and, you know, it's not bad. It does taste quite similar to how I would do it if I was doing my orzo. Only obviously, as I keep saying, that would be much, much more vibrant and not done with spaghetti. It's a good sized meal. Like, you get a lot of spaghetti for your money, for 28p. That is one thing that has surprised me a fair bit. A lot of my portion sizes, they've actually been really decent. There hasn't been too much where I'm a bit like, well, that's a pathetic size. It's a good dinner. My favorite spaghetti dish still has to be day one. The carrot and tomato and onion. That was actually really, really, really nice. Like, as far as veggie bologneses go, I might do that again. I like the different sizes of the carrot, the different variety. But for a really cheap tin of peas and some 28p spaghetti, it was a good meal. It was fine. Sunday tomorrow. Let's be honest. Banana fritters this morning were great. It's gonna be jam on toast again. I've got nothing else. Literally got nothing else that I can do. Don't know about lunch yet. I am out during the day. I'm judging a CrossFit competition at my local CrossFit box, which should be really fun. Oh, excuse me. So I might just be skipping lunch altogether, which is fair enough because I really don't have much. Ooh, I really don't have much, he says. Let's finish off my little, probably very dry toffee muffin. Wow, you know what? It's not dry. Got this on Tuesday. I'm quite impressed. But guys, this is a good dessert. This was such a win, this muffin. 4 days of heaven. I'll catch you in the morning. Final day and final jam on toast. I'm very looking forward to not having jam on toast. I mean, some of my normal breakfasts is normally peanut butter and jam on toast, but I don't know if I'm gonna be having it for a long time after this. I have quite a busy day today. I'm going down to my gym to judge a competition. Don't know if I'm gonna get too much footage of that because, you know, just at risk of posting people online who don't want to be posted. I think the cat wants to go outside. But yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna have too much in terms of lunch. But I think that's okay because I don't really have much anyway. The most I could probably do, should I actually have been home, is half a potato, turn it into some chips and melt the rest of the cheese on top. Do that a cheesy chip kind of deal. But I mean, I don't actually have anything else. I've just got enough for dinner. All that we've got left is a slice of bread chicken, and some veg. So, you know, to get this far and still have a full coherent meal left, I find it fascinating. And there have been times where I have been desperately hungry, but also I've not been as hungry or as stretched for food or even as stretched as for ideas as I thought I'd be. So it's actually been really good, friends. It's actually been a good fun thing. It's been great. I've quite enjoyed doing this. I think I'm getting under my portion control a bit more. I don't know if I'm going to go back to eating as much as I normally do. One thing I have really missed though, something properly sweet. Like jam is sweet, right? Jam is sweet, but you know me, I love a chocolate bar, I love some chocolate, I love some dairy milk, a bit of Galaxy. Anyway, I don't actually have long until I need to be ready and out the door for this CrossFit competition. Luckily it was daylight savings last night, so I got an extra hour in bed, but it's 8 o'clock now. Need to be leaving by like 9, half 9, so gotta get going, finish this. I'll show you guys what I can. Don't know how much I will be able to show you, but otherwise, guess I'll be back at dinner. We're here, I'm back from the gym, I'm starving. It was a fun day actually. I've never judged a competition before and it was really good fun. I enjoyed myself. I feel like I lost my voice a little bit. It has come back now towards the end of the day, but it was really good fun, really good fun. I've done one thing very wrong and very stupid, which I am very not happy about. I left my chicken in the freezer. So now I've got to cook it extra long in the air fryer. But what I'm making with the remainder of what I have for my very last meal is, well, probably not this parsnip, because after a couple of days they're like that, it's gone all weird. So we're not having a parsnip. I don't know. We are literally just going to have roast potatoes, roast carrot, and roast chicken. A mini roast dinner. You don't need to see me how I cook it. I literally just shove it all in the oven or the air fryer. Whack it on roast. Let's just, I'll see you when it's made, you know? See you when it's made. God, I can't believe it's the last meal. We made it, guys. We made it. Look at that, a little roast dinner to finish. I mean, it's very beige. It really could do with some green. Look at these roasties, honestly, look at these roasties. Air fryer. Air fryer is the way forward. Those are some really nice roast potatoes, honestly. I wish maybe I did save some of the peas from yesterday. That would have been nice to go with this. But, you know, for a last dinner, for a last hurrah, for a last meal, I'm really happy with this. It is quite a dry dinner. And what does someone normally have with a roast dinner? Gravy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have lasted 7 days on this challenge. It has been a struggle. It has been fun, but there are times when I just needed a little bit more and I wish I did have a little bit more. And as this is the last meal, as this is the last day, I think I deserve some gravy. So I'm whatever, I don't care. I'm just having it. Don't care what any of you say, I'm having my gravy. I've been so good all week, so let's just lather that all over so we have a nice bit of sauce on there. And that, my friends, that is a nice mini roast dinner. Carrots, very simple. Literally just shove them in the oven with some salt and pepper. It's a roast carrot, you know? And I'm sure with this gravy, these roasties will be even nicer. Yes, yes, they will. So guys, we made it. We're at the end. I cannot believe it that it's been an entire week and that I've got through it. And this is literally the rest of the food. There is nothing else. I think there's maybe one slice of bread, but that's it. That's it. We made it. I'm so happy. I'm proud of us, proud of me. I've learned a couple of things actually. I've learned that I can eat much less than I normally would and get by just fine. It's also forced me to really step my game up and be inventive. Favorite meal, the pasta on day 3 actually. I thought that was inspired. Like the nice bit of chicken with the oil and the cheese all in the spaghetti. I thought that was really nice. But even the day 1 meal was a really good one as well. Least favorite, ooh, probably just got so bored of jam and toast in the end. But a lot of the things with the hot dogs weren't great. Guys, I guess I need to wrap this up before my battery runs out because my battery on my camera is about to die. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this challenge. I think the hardest part of this challenge has been seeing Carolina make different food on top of what I have every night, and she just eats it in front of me, which, you know, that's a struggle, but is what it is. I'm the one who committed myself to this, right? And there is a bit of hunger throughout the day. There's little to snack on, and I do like a snack, so is what it is. We just gotta cope, we just gotta deal. Guys, if you've got any other challenge ideas, I'd love to know them. Do let me know in the comments below. Hit me up, would be great to know. One thing I tell you now I'm not doing is £30 for 30 days. That is just, it's not happening. That is way too long a time to commit to something. A week, just about okay, but a month, nah, we ain't doing that. Please do remember, hit that subscribe button, like the video, hit the bell so you can notify when new videos come out. I cannot wait to see what we do next, and I know what I've got planned for the rest of the year. I really hope it's something you guys enjoy as well. So guys, thank you so much. This has been living on £1 a day for a week. We're at the end. All these meals down, I'm so proud. Thanks guys, take it easy, and I will see you soon.